Yo, it's all about those leads, and sometimes you just need to look for the low-hanging fruit, which means you need to get your flow on, your lead flow on, your lead flows tool. Hey, doesn't HubSpot have a lead flows tool? Yes, they do. Let's go ahead and dive into that right now. So remember, if you need education past this tutorial, check the description below. That's what we do. Weekly training as well as 1 and 2 day workshops. Let's get into the portal. Let's get this job done. So as you can see, we are in HubSpot and we want to focus on some conversions. That's right, not to be confused with conversations, but in marketing, we have lead capture, and we want to be able to capture some low-hanging fruit, and to do that, we're going to use the lead flows tool. Now in here, once we're in the lead flows tool, you're going to be able to see that we can see views, we can see conversion rates, we can see the contacts that we've gathered, and up here in the top right hand corner, we're going to be able to also create a new lead flow. I'm going to go ahead and click that button, and what I want you to realize is there are 4 major ways that you can use this tool that is lead flows. There is the pop over or pop-up box. You can see an example here where it will do the call out, and then you can ask for information, and then you can give them a thank you. There's also a drop down banner, which is great for subscribes or newsletters or things like that. But again, you can click on call out, you can click on form, you can click on thank you to see how it works. And there's a slide in left, and depending on your portal right now, you may see slide in box, or you may see embed call out, but you may see slide in left and slide in right. Know that this is coming. It does say new. Not all portals have it at this point, I don't believe. But here, same thing, call out. We can see what the form looks like. We can see the thank you. And then for the embedded call out, we can see that, look at this call out. Then the form pops up, and then the thank you is back where the call out was. So that's some pretty slick functionality, and it can be put on pretty much any page. Now let's go ahead and use the pop-up box as an example one to walk you through. Once you've done this once, you pretty much know how to do it. Now the first thing I always start with is I come up here to the title of this and name it. And so I'll just call this my lead flow test. And then we will go ahead and get started. Right here, we just need to follow this navigation across the top. We're going to start with the call out. Now, what we can do is we can upload some type of image that we would like to use for this. So I'm going to go ahead and browse images real quick. I'll use this one of Remington and myself, and then we can go ahead and fill out the information. So we might do something like this. Hey, come join us for the fun. And we might even add a little bit more fun or specificity to what the fun is going to be about. And so we might do something like this. We will be at Inbound 18. Will you be there? Come join us for a special time with our fans, RSVP only. And of course, that wouldn't be subscribe now. It would be RSVP now. And so we've got the RSVP now. Now notice, as I've been doing this, it has been changing over here on the right-hand side. So we've got, hey, come join us for some fun. That will be an inbound, that need RSVP now. And we can even change the color. So if we wanted to do a branded color, we could put that hex code in here or pick one of the default ones that HubSpot has given us. But that is the call out section. It's the image, the call out text, the call out body, and the call out button text. Next, we're going to go to the form and what information do we want to know. But before we get the information that we want to know, we might give them some specificity of what might be happening. And yes, we might put something like food, drinks, and marketing and sales strategies all night long. Come one, come all. It sounds like it's going to be a blast. Remember that you can actually do a little bit of formatting with this as well if we wanted to have a hyperlink or something like that. At this point, I probably wouldn't put a hyperlink in there. This kind of doesn't make sense because we're trying to get them to fill out the form and we don't want to send them other places. However, in the thank you, the hyperlink makes sense. But anyway, I digress. We can add additional fields, so we can come in here and we can search for things like first name, last name, maybe even persona. And once we have them in here, then we can actually drag and drop them around to where we want them to be. So we'll put first name, last name, email, and then persona. And by the way, we can also modify these. So for instance, persona should never be persona, but it should be how would you best describe yourself. So we'll go ahead and fix that, and we'll go back to the form. And now you'll see that we have first name, last name, email, and how would you best describe yourself. We can edit these. We could do placeholders if we wanted to. I'm not going to. You can see that that's starting to look like a nice little form over there, and we gave them some more information. So we've got the call out, we've got the form, and now we want to do the thank you. Here is where we would give them additional information. Maybe we might ask them to go tweet it out. We might give them a link to go check out a certain page for this. Since it's a thank you message, we want to focus on thanking them for giving us the information that they just supplied us. Then after that, what there is a follow-up. You can do follow-up emails. Follow-up emails are great if the information in the email is great. I will agree with that. We can create a follow-up email right here. If we click on that, you're going to notice that it's just going to title it My Lead Flow Test Follow-Up. We're going to be able to figure out who the sender is. We're going to be able to give it a subject, and we're going to be able to give it some information in the body. It's going to be a plain white text email. We can edit the email footer. That's in here as well, but I'm not going to go ahead and finish that right now. You get the idea. You can create an email. Now next, you're going to see options in here. Options are going to change varying on what type of lead flow you use, but in this case we can see that we can have it on all pages, or we can have it on pages that have exact match URLs, and we can continue to add additional pages. Or if your website is built in a way that you have like yourwebsite.com/services, and then there's like 6, 7, 10, 12 pages under services. So services marketing, services / web design, services / HubSpot training, whatever, you could make sure that services with this wildcard supported, use the asterisk behind it. You would be able to put that in there as well. You're going to see that we have flow triggers. You can do on 50% page scroll. You can do when they're thinking about leaving the page, or you can do after an elapsed amount of time. I would do probably 12 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. You don't want to make it pop up too fast. That's bad user experience. And by the way, as you notice, I can click all of these. So I could say, hey, if they scroll 50%, or if they're on the page longer than 30 seconds, or if they go to leave the page, then go ahead and show this pop up. Now, again, some of the other slide-ins and things like that have different flow triggers, but you'll be able to figure that out and use those. Should we use it on small screens or not? We can turn that off if we don't want to. Do we want to show the dismissed lead flow again? Meaning if they click the little X, how long before we show it to them again? We can say 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 month. I typically put that to 1 month just because I don't like to be annoying. Who needs to be notified when we capture one? You can put multiple emails in here. Send opt-in emails. You can manage your settings here. Send contacts who submit your lead flow an email that lets them opt in to future emails from your company. You can also do a follow-up subscription type. You can select in there, and then push new contacts to your email provider. We're using HubSpot, so we don't have to worry about that. They automatically go into our HubSpot. Now, once you've done options, you're pretty much good to go to your preview, and then you can create it. However, I do want to show you there's this new little feature that is going to show us a couple things that we need to finish before we could publish it. And in this case, it has to do everything with the follow-up email that we said we wanted to create. Now, another thing that you should notice is there is a save button. You can save that through time as you're working on this, but you can't save it if you've got errors. So I'm actually going to go back into this email. I'm going to trash this email so my errors go away. Now notice I can hit that save button and save the work that I've done on this wonderful lead flow, and I can actually preview it and be able to see it on a desktop, on a tablet, on a mobile device. And because I checked off don't show it on mobile, notice it's showing, hey, this isn't going to work on mobile, and I could turn it back on if I wanted. I'm going to go ahead and keep that turned off. And then also check this out. This is kind of a cool little piece of functionality that's over here where you can actually go through the steps of it. So here's where the form is shown. Here's where the thank you page is shown. So not only can you preview it on desktop, tablet, and mobile, you can preview the flow of what you've just created. One other thing that I will say that's really, really cool is you can always go back to type. You can decide that you don't want it to be a pop-up box, but you want it to be a slide-in box instead. And look at that. Everything that you just did came along for the ride because it's flexible and it understands that you as a marketer might change your mind. Last but not least, you can hit publish. I'm not going to publish it, but hey, if you are going to be at Inbound 2018, you need to let Remington and myself know. Folks, with HubSpot, lead flows, getting that lead generation, getting that low-hanging fruit, well, it's just that simple. It's just that easy. So you see, when it comes to that time and you need to generate more leads, it isn't always about a call to action, a form, and a landing page, but you could pull out the lead flows tool, find out what your most traffic pages are, and get that slide in, that pop-up, or even that inline lead flow in place. Start generating more leads. Look, this is your boy George B from Impulse Creative saying happy HubSpotting. Oh yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for instant notifications, or do one of these things.